As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, and nothing clouds your mind more than being emotionally entangled with the wrong woman." We're not talking about women who are cruel or manipulative. We're talking about those who are lost, undisciplined, or emotionally underdeveloped. Stoicism teaches that a wise man must guard his peace and never hand his fate over to chaos dressed as affection. So today we look at 6 signs that a woman, no matter how beautiful, is simply not ready for a mature, meaningful relationship. Let's begin. Sign number 1. She seeks validation more than truth. She lives for the applause but hides from the mirror. Her days revolve around filtered selfies, social media likes, and empty compliments, each one a fleeting shot of dopamine to soothe her fragile ego. But show her a moment of honest feedback, and watch how quickly the mask slips. The Stoics taught that truth is the foundation of all wisdom, not popularity, not perception. Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." It's a harsh pill, but necessary medicine. A woman who craves validation over truth will avoid accountability like the plague. She'll dress up avoidance as confidence and call denial self-love. But real strength begins where vanity ends. If your relationship dares to challenge her, dares to hold up a mirror to her flaws, she'll sabotage growth just to protect her image. She doesn't want connection, she wants confirmation. And that's not love, that's insecurity wearing lipstick and a smile. Ask yourself, can she sit with silence, with stillness, with self-examination? Or is her worth dependent on how loudly the world applauds her illusion? Sign number 2. She mistakes emotion for depth. Just because a woman cries easily doesn't mean she possesses emotional depth. Tears can be manipulative, reactive, or simply habitual, not sacred reflections of the soul. Intensity isn't the same as intimacy, and love isn't measured by how loudly someone argues or how passionately they break down. Yet the immature woman clings to the belief that chaos is a sign of passion, that emotional volatility proves she feels deeply. It doesn't. It proves she hasn't mastered herself. In contrast, Stoicism teaches us to govern our emotions, not be governed by them. As Seneca warned, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity." Why? Because without trials, we never learn control. If she hasn't endured, reflected, and grown, she will turn every disagreement into a drama, every discomfort into a crisis. Ask yourself, do you want a partner who brings peace or one who brings storms? If her emotions flood every moment without filter or reflection, your relationship won't be a refuge, it will be a battlefield. Love should be a harbor, not a hurricane. Sign number 3. She avoids silence. Pay close attention to how she handles stillness, not the kind that comes from being alone in a room, but the deeper kind, the silence of the soul. Does she reach for her phone the moment the conversation dies? Does she need music blaring in the background, endless TikTok videos, constant texts, or some drama to talk about just to feel okay? That's not just boredom, that's fear. Fear of facing herself. True silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. It's the sacred space where the mind breathes, where clarity lives, and where the soul begins to whisper its truths. But if she drowns it out with noise, what is she running from? Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." But if she has no refuge within, you'll become her escape route, her distraction, her emotional dumping ground. Can you build peace with someone who fears peace itself? When a woman cannot sit with her thoughts, she will bring chaos to yours. In her need to avoid her inner storm, she'll drag you into the whirlwind too. Stillness reveals strength. If she avoids it, she hasn't met herself yet. And if she hasn't met herself, how can she ever truly meet you? Sign number 4. She doesn't respect her own time. A woman who squanders her hours will eventually squander your future. You'll find her scrolling endlessly through social media, binge-watching empty content, or jumping from one short-lived thrill to the next, all while wondering why her life feels stagnant. She complains about her circumstances but makes no serious effort to change them. She talks about big dreams but never puts structure behind them. Her mornings start late. Her goals are vague, and her commitments dissolve the moment things get uncomfortable. Months pass, yet nothing evolves. Only excuses multiply. The Stoics saw time as our most precious possession. Seneca wrote, "While we wait for life, life passes. Every wasted moment is a betrayal of potential." A woman who doesn't respect her own time won't respect yours. She lives on autopilot, lacking direction or purpose. And without intention, there is no future to build. No vision, no legacy, no depth. Ask yourself, how can she value a life with you if she doesn't even value the life she's been given? Time reveals character, and if hers is spent chasing distraction over discipline, don't expect her to help you build anything lasting. Sign number 5. She has no emotional discipline. She doesn't just feel anger, she becomes it. At the slightest inconvenience, her tone sharpens, her words cut like daggers, and her eyes flash with a fire that burns everything in its path. She lashes out, slams doors, hurls insults she'll regret later, and expects an apology to erase the damage. But in the world of Stoicism, apologies don't undo chaos. They only reveal a cycle of emotional recklessness. Epictetus once warned, "Anyone can get angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person to the right degree at the right time, that is not easy." And therein lies the truth. Her anger isn't strength, it's undisciplined emotion, wearing the mask of passion. Have you ever walked on eggshells hoping today won't be one of those days? That's not love. That's emotional instability disguised as intensity. A woman who cannot restrain her emotional storms isn't evil. She's simply untrained in the art of self-mastery. But your peace, your purpose, your progress, they will all suffer the collateral damage of her inner chaos. And in a world already loud with noise, why welcome a hurricane into your home? Real strength isn't found in emotional outbursts. It's in restraint. It's in choosing calm when fury would be easier. Sign number 6. She confuses independence with rebellion. She says she's independent, but watch closely. What she truly resists isn't control. It's structure, discipline, and shared values. She doesn't want partnership. She wants unchecked freedom disguised as empowerment. But Stoicism doesn't celebrate chaos. It respects harmony. It teaches that real strength is measured not by how loud you rebel, but by how well you master yourself within life's boundaries. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Let your rules be brief, yet they should cover everything." He understood that freedom without order is just another form of slavery, to impulse, to ego, to pride. So ask yourself, can she respect your values? Or does she treat every agreement like a chain? Does she build with you? Or does she push against anything that isn't entirely hers? True independence isn't hostile, it's stable. It communicates. It compromises. But if she meets every we with me, every boundary with backlash, you're not dealing with strength. You're facing defiance masked as empowerment. And the moment life demands responsibility, from finances to family, From crisis to commitment, that rebellion won't protect you. It will abandon you because the woman who can't respect limits can't be trusted to uphold them when it truly counts. Conclusion: she wants the highs, but none of the work. The moment things get difficult, she questions the entire relationship. She thinks love should be constant bliss, not shared growth through adversity. But the Stoic path is one of endurance, fortitude. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." If she abandons ship at the first storm, she was never sailing with you, only floating beside you until the waters changed. A Stoic man chooses peace over passion, not because he lacks heart, but because his soul values stability over spectacle. And when it comes to love, he knows not every beautiful face hides a beautiful mind. Not every good girl is ready for a good man. And not every woman who wants love is ready to give it. Be wise. Choose slowly. Protect your peace.